What's good? So this is part 4 of the beginner trading trainings, right? The series. And so in this episode, I'm just kidding. In this video, we're going to be going over levels, trends, and how to use the fib, right? Levels, trends, how to use the fib. So we already went over trends. We already went over the levels. Now we're going to be combining those two and also adding the Fibonacci tool. And in the next video, we will go over entries. All right, so what is the Fibonacci tool? Fibonacci tool is basically just a measurement tool, right? So where you see this 0 here and you see this 1, that's basically 100% of a move. So for example, if I drew a fib from this high to this low, each number is basically just a percentage of the move all the way back up to this high, right? So this would be 12%, 38%, 50%, 61, 78, 88, 100, right? So we basically can use this tool to help us know where the market may potentially turn around, right? There's certain numbers. So when it comes to the fib, I'm gonna give you my numbers so y'all can take a screenshot and add it to yours. But the ones you would need are the ones that are checked. So 0, 0.124, 0.382, 0.5, 0.618, 0.786, 0.886, and 1. Right? And if they aren't on your screen, you can just click on one of them and type in the number. And then I always turn off the background and set as one color, right? Boom. All right. And so I'm going to go over a setup step by step, how I would look at it, right? And the two tools you will also need is the support and resistance levels with breaks. You need that one. And then you'll need a SMA. You just type in SMA and select simple moving average. All right, simple moving average. For the support and resistance levels with breaks, you want them to be 4 and 4, and you can uncheck show breaks. And then for the SMA, you want to change it to 50. Time frame, change that to 4 hours. All right, 4 hours. All right, now, whenever we're trading, we always want to know what trend the market is in. All right, so from right here, we can already see we have our 1, 2, 3. All right, so this whole time is just trending, making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? Bam. So we see that, right? So let's say we've already seen this 1, 2, 3, and let's say we're now looking for a potential entry, right? Like I said in the prior video, we are typically trying to find our entries around this lower high, right? And something else we will end up doing is applying our zones, right? So if I were to look at this chart and find an area where the market is respecting a lot, I can draw out this zone right here where we see the market reacting over and over again. Right? We see it over and over again off of this level. So when the market returned right here, we got our 1, 2, 3, and it pulled back to this level, I would be interested in sales. Why? Because it came to a level that has reactions, multiple reactions to it, right? If you can get 4 reactions off of it, that's a pretty solid level, right? But what you would do from here is you would literally take your fib from this high point to the low, since it's a sell, and you want to see it at least get to this 0.5618, but I prefer that 786, 886. The reason why I prefer that 786, 886 is because if it gets down to that low, you have more space to make a lot more profit versus down here, right? And so, bam, it gets to this zone, it rejects, and what happens? It creates a lower low, right? It creates a lower low, all right? It creates a lower low. Now, we also see once again, the market creates a lower low and it pulls back. We would draw our fib from high to low, and as you can see, it came to my favorite zone, my favorite level, my favorite numbers, but it also touched a level where it already reacted. Once again, the market pushes down, right? Like in this video, I'm not going to be going over the entries specifically, but basically how the trend, levels, and fib all play a factor. Now, with this, with that SMA that I had you have, you also want this to be following the trend as well. So for sales, if you're in a downtrend and you're looking for sales, you want to see the candles below this SMA. For buys, for buy opportunities, you want to see these candles above the SMA, right? So it's just an additional confirmation, actually one that I recently just added. So I'm actually liking how it looks with it, right? So let's go to Doge, right? Let's go to Doge. So if we're looking at Doge, right, you want to find a clean example for us, a super clean example. Let's see. I just want some examples that's just easy to show how it will work. Okay, perfect. Here, we're gonna start right here. So we already see we have our 1, 2, 3. And we see it pull back, right? Now during this pullback, we also want to see, okay, is it an area where the market reacted a good amount of times? And we can see right here, we got a couple touches. 1, 2, 3. If we look to the left a little bit more, now let's extend this to the left. Watch this. Let's watch how the market works, right? Extend to the left. We also see how the market reacted right here, right? So you can already tell this is a solid level because you're seeing the market respected it multiple times, right? At the same time, we take our fib. Like I said, you want to see it at least get to that 0.5, at least. But you see it gets to that 0.618. It also gets to that zone. It pushes up. We make money. We make money, right? So that's what we're looking for every single time, right? And at the same time, we see the candles are above this SMA, so that's making sure that we're looking at the trade the right way, right? So let's try Bitcoin Cash. Let's try Bitcoin Cash. If we were to be looking at Bitcoin Cash, and I want to find a super clean example. Once again, I just be wanting like clean examples to show y'all. Eventually, I'll get to show y'all some more complicated ones, but you obviously want the more clean setups anyway. Like you don't want ones that you got to do too much thinking about. Like, am I supposed to be getting this? But here's an example, right? So we see here, 1, 2, 3, and it's pulled back. Then we also get another opportunity over here, right? But, oops. Dang, what was I just on? Okay, yep, I know where I'm at. So boom, we see we got our 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we getting a pullback here, right? So if we already seeing that, and I were to draw up a level, I could see this right here. 1 touch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It breaks through, retest, takes off, going up. At the same time, we draw our fib from this low to this high. It gets about to that 0.786, while also rejecting this zone, this level, while also being above this SMA. Right? So everything aligns, bam, momentum takes us up. Right? Another example, we just drag this over and respected the same level. Right? We take this low, created a higher high, comes down to our 786, 886 level, bam, pushes up higher. Right? So we're doing the same thing. And this SMA is just literally something I just literally added. Just literally added. And it just gives us that extra confirmation um, where, sometimes we might have taken some losses. Now it helps us avoid some potential losses, right? Another example. Let me try. Let's go to Solana. Go to Solana. So we see here. Sell example. 1, 2, 3. And it pulls back, right? Now, what I want you to pay attention to is right here, we see the candles are above this SMA 9. But during our entry, if our entry can get us back underneath this SMA, well, not SMA 9, this SMA 50 on the 4 hour. But if our entry can get back underneath that SMA, we can look to get that entry going down. What happens with drops? But once again, we see 1, 2, 3. We draw our fib. We see it at least came back to that 0.5. We also see we got this level here where the market just literally just played off of, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. If I look to the left, we got some more. 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's a solid level. What happens? The market gets to the level, drops. It's the same setup every single time, and I'm telling you, this SMA. For those of you that's in the group that's seen other videos on, the setups, this simple SMA makes a big difference in us taking some trades that we should take and us not taking trades that we shouldn't take. Right? But that's literally all we're looking for. We're looking for trend. We're looking for level. We're looking for fib 50 or above, basically. Bam. Oh, and then we're also looking for SMA. Follow trend. So we're looking for trend. We're looking for a level. We're looking for our SMA to follow the trend. We're looking for our fib above 50 or the 0.5. Right? And that's what we look for every single time. Every single time. So we're going to do one more example. One more example could be here, honestly. What the market's doing right now. We got our 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's pull back. Bam. We also see the market. And we also see the market here, where it's reacted, rejected, 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 rejected. It's here. It could potentially go down and make a low. Right, so you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again. Same setup every single time. But that's what you want to look for. Like, as a beginner and as an advanced trader, you don't want to be going from one strategy to another. You just literally want to have that one setup you're looking for every single time. And with crypto, you can get those every single day. You can actually get multiple, right? But then you also got to make sure your risk management is on point and all that, which another video will be on that as well. But that's it for this video. Next video, I'm probably going to be going over entries, so going down to the lower time frame, knowing exactly when to enter the trade, and so on and so on. But If you're looking for a free Telegram group where you can get signals for free, updates on trades for free, live sessions for free, I will post that down below. Like I said, the Telegram group is absolutely free. I will also drop a link to the platform I use to trade on. So if you are interested as well in using the platform I use to trade on, I'll have that drop down below. If you like this video or like videos of this kind, please leave a like, comment, and also subscribe. I'll continue to make these type of videos. But other than that, that's it for this training, and I will see y'all later.